Testing, testing, testing. Okay, seems like we are live. Let me just fix the chat box. We're live for some hype. Finally, the SaGa Emerald Beyond banners are here after a lot of speculation, a lot of delays. Actually, not really delays. It's just that we wanted them to come before it was actually time. I can see Capyvar is here. Also, Ashes Fall Down. Welcome, my friends. Hope you guys are doing fine. I will be fixing here the chat box. Yeah. So that we can discuss the banner. But the thing is, Tsuna Hack is finally here. Finally. And we'll be able to play with such a beloved character, right? The hidden protagonist, because there's no protagonists in SaGa games. There are multiple. SaGa Emerald Beyond hype train, indeed, friends. Let me post that we are live here. We are live now. We are live. We are live now. Hey, we also have Higa, Emerald Mera, Multiger Alma, and Mumu. Welcome you all. And Mia Banner is a skipper. You wanna prove that to yourself, right? Well, of course, Tsuna Hack banner is the best one, but is a Mia banner that skippable? We'll discuss this today. Finally, the hype train begins. Muito bem. Muy bueno, Jariel. Welcome as well. I'm making some coffee. It's good because we are waiting for more people to arrive. We only have 13 people watching right now. Okay, do we have more people now? Yes, 16 people are here now. Oh my god, Juice Mango sent some gifts. He sent it to Higa. Higa is always here. Thank you so much for doing that, friend. Let's say thanks if you haven't already. Thanks so much, my friend Juice Mango. Gonna get a mango. In a virtual hug. In a virtual dog too. Ha! Thank you so much. Hello, Apple Gun. Mario Hard is also here. Spirit of BR, as always. Drinking more and more coffee. Let's see if Ghost BR shows up. If it showed up, it was a cat, of course. Mumu says I'll probably go to Lotus and Lolo. There's 2 more banners. That's what people want, right? For now, just Tuna banner cannot pull on all 6. You can't. You can't. Hello, New Flux. Hi, ScherBR. I am here already. Second time, yes. Who else is here? Guess I covered everyone. So, finally, it's time to discuss SaGa Emerald Beyond, and we even got buffs. I knew we were gonna get some buffs to fix characters. I was also thinking about Jiva number 5. People call her Mumbo number 5. Because she looks like a counter unit, but she doesn't have a counter. And they kind of fix it. She's a revenge counter now. Well, it's not really a counter. She gets stacks of attacks. And she unleashes it later on Overdrive. And what else is they buffed Amiya? Her buff is not really all that important, but okay. They buffed Bonnie. Bonnie is now much better. Yeah, for those that didn't want to pull for Minstrel, you now have a very good buff breaker that buff breaks while doing other stuff. And Formina is probably the best one from the other banner, but we'll be discussing here if we really agree on that one. Guardian Aurum is also here. Welcome. I wanted to do banner talk around this time because it's usually when more people can join us. So, shall we start? Let me get my coffee and we'll start. So, overall, everyone agrees that Suna Banner is better because he's a generalist. He will work in all squads, and he's also an S-Sword user, where we haven't been getting too many good S-Sword users on Remembrance, so he's gonna be a good one there as well. But he was the only one that didn't get any type of change to his passives or skills, only status buffs, because I do believe that global stuff is a little stronger than in JP. Bosses do a little more damage. That's why they keep changing Endurance and Will. Also, probably the ailment rates are higher here. So why is he higher? Because our characters are better, right? Should we start or should we finish the live stream chat? What do you mean finish the live stream chat? I think I checked every question. Haven't I? Arconzi says, are these banners for upcoming reset or the following one? The following one. We always have to download the data, and we haven't downloaded the data yet. So they just released the videos that were translated and posted on Discord and Reddit. On Reddit by Hans483. Isn't it Friday? Actually Friday because of the maintenance, yes. For most people it will be Friday. I don't know if it will be before for some others. Because we will have maintenance on the next reset, and then after the maintenance we will have the banners. You asked if we should start, or I kind of wonder if we had other options. Ah, yeah, 2 resets and I think 5 hours maintenance. Yeah, exactly. So we are getting into the 3.9 version of the game. That is the last one before JP current because JP current's 4.0. That brings new stuff. I will try to talk about that in a future video. I think it's better for us to discuss this first and then discuss the future. Jerry also says free selector or multi-pool, you think? Free selector? Selector? I don't know about that. I don't know later. So, Tsuna is already good enough. In JP, they just reran the guy. And they buffed Sugnas for very small stuff as well, although you can see that he was also a very popular character, that's why. Jiva was the last popular one, that's why they made it even better. They didn't need to because people were already pulled for 2 good ones. And then on Amiya's banner, everyone got buffed. Buffs are not that big though, but I do believe that Bonnie will be much more effective. Much more effective. I'm excited for these banners. I still need to finish the Global Expo event. They will help with that as well. We will get the speed up animation stuff. Not now, but the 3.9 version, yes. We will also be able to skip the triggers as well. Fast animation for old fights. So, guys, let's start talking about Tsunanori Mido. We have 28 people here on the chat. I guess it's a good number. So, Mido has good enough dexterity. You should be a fool to think that he's just support. And I was wrong about that. When I saw him first, I thought he was more of a support because he was always on the top. But no, he can actually pack some good damage. And they didn't change his dexterity because it's good enough. I do believe his other status are just on the average levels. But what makes sense for this guy is all of his passives. As you can see, it's super extreme effect for damage. At this point in JP, those values are still considered 40%. They will increase those types of passives pretty soon. And let me see, where is Tsuna? Tsuna Hacking was re-released, so he will be here on the tops. So, top one is 40%, but bottom one it's 80%, as you can see here. So, I don't even know how they are calling it. Still offensive and defensive skill 7, because the past one was the 6th version. So now it will be improving damage by 80%. And why is that they are doing this right now? Because, well, now we have so many characters casting attack boosts, so many passives and all that. Those types of passive needed an improvement, so now they are buffing it to 80%. Damage reduction is still 30 because they cannot keep changing damage reduction since we are already stacking too much. So, look. We have 40% damage improval here, and then 80% from this one here. Then he will give to all allies 30% damage improval, and will reduce damage taken for everyone by 30% as well. That's the same thing as you get from Leon, if I'm not mistaken, 30. And he starts with 20 BP, that's interesting for a support. And turn begins, hit up 5 times for 30, so 150% from this. Like I said, he's also a good damage dealer anyway. He also casts damage block 1 time on turn, and on turn begins, so the first hit is blocked, much like Leon. I do believe that he competes closely to Leon and to Liz. You will sometimes want to bring them together, but you will be replacing those 2 characters. Now, he also gets 1 extra BP for 4, and then 1 BP and GP recover for everyone. That's where he competes with Leon. See, Leon also gives 1 BP passively, and then he can cast more via his skill. And HP recover as well. He can recover multiple times, especially because of his inheritance. If you haven't seen Tsunanori, Welfare Style has this skill called Kugutsu Summon. And Kugutsu Summon will trigger Kugutsu Flash. It's an attack that recovers HP and BP for everyone. So he already gives 1 passively, and now he gives 2 for both. 2 heals and 2 BP recover. Now let's get back to this. Besides all of that, when attack lands, he's gonna cast an attack boost and defense boost, and all status buff for all allies. So instead of having what Leon has, that is a Star of Turn buff, he does it when attacking. This is usually better because now bosses are removing status on Star of Turns. So Leon buffs were gone on Star of Turn. Now you get something when attack lands. I remember that we had this type of stuff and we were pretty crazy about it. Looks like we can buff a lot by attacking, and then enemies started using the 5 weakness before they attack. And now enemies are using mechanics that remove your buffs on start of turn. So we are back to an old mechanic. Interesting, right? And then you can see that he gives attack and defense boost. This defense boost is 10%, and it's when attacking. He chases. That means that he's going to apply 4 defense boosts by himself. All of them have 10, and you already have the 30% from this part here, and you can still cast a morally down medium. He gives more than Leon when thinking about damage reduction. What Leon still gives that is better than Tsuna is that you can self-buff endurance and will when using Leon. And Leon is a better healer if you need desperate healing with his second skill. So he also has a lot of damage, like I said. Leon doesn't have damage. He uses this skill 2. If you have enough BP generation, you can cycle and between skill 1 and skill 2, and it will give him extra force pierce, and that will allow him to do more damage. This is medium, so it improves final damage by 50%. So he keeps casting morally down and improving his damage. That's what happens. He does not have a native chase attack. He has to get from his welfare style. And like I said, even then, it's a triple S power attack followed up by an A1 with some okay damage compared to Leon that barely does anything. But if you skip it, Leon now is the best chance to have someone that will be useful in many squads. If you skip Elise as well, Tsunanori Mido is another replacement. And what can be said? Yeah, you can also just use this other skill here. Look, one time before attacking, you're gonna get Kugutsu hit that. Sorry, yeah, that's the second chase that's attached to the third skill. He has a double S power slash attack that is pierce and slash. I don't know why it has slash, because mostly it's just about pierce. It also recovers HP and 1 BP for everyone. Wait, let me check JP because I got a little confused here. Kugutsu Earth. This is not exactly the same. Yeah, this is not exactly the same as the other one. As you can see, the Kugutsu Flash, it's HP and BP recover. Leon still gives more BP? No. Because this one also gives BP. Look, single target thrust and pierce and slash recovers HP and BP, and then a self-attack boost for 3 turns. Yeah, so he's gonna chase twice. Sorry guys, I keep forgetting about this guy. So you inherit one and the other one comes from skill 3, and then you're gonna switch between skill 1 and skill 2. It's easier to look on the Naorama SaGa website anyway. And he's gonna give 3 BP per turn. Leon can give 3 if he can keep using his skill 3, so both will reach the same potential, but Tsuna will do much more damage, while decreasing damage taken even further. The difference between them is just that Leon can heal more if you desperately need, and also buffs endurance and will when you are hit. Interesting, because you rarely use Leon now. You were probably using Liz instead of Leon, right? That's what I was doing. I was using Liz instead of Leon. Because it looked to me that Leon was not enough anymore. I remember when he got released, we just added him to the team and the defense boost was enough. But now it's not enough. We need more and more. You're not using Liz either. Tony is saying, is SaGa Miron Beyond power creep as big as everyone says it is? There's a lot of Doom posting going on, saying people should start rerolling from 4-year-old accounts. Where are you seeing this Doom posting? Facebook or Reddit? Guardian Norris soon is good. Hello, bad friend. You're calling me a bad friend, Nameless. You curse me and I'm your bad friend. So Doc's making jokes saying reroll now. I'll never recommend people to reroll. I hate that. And the thing is, what do you want to clear? Do you want to clear the latest attacks, latest Spyro events? If you want to do that, Rerolling will help. Why? Because they will plan styles to be used for specific content. Like, remember when they were releasing characters that had roll attacks? I think it was for 270 on Spiral. Many characters had that. So what they will be doing is, future characters will be planned for future content. But they will also work on all past content. Current characters will not really work on all future content. But not all of them. That's a mistake some people will commit and say that they stop working fully. You're gonna get more from characters. Future is role compression. A character will do the same as a past one did, but a little more. So you will probably still find ways if you have the key characters that are important. Old players can get Suna, for example. He will be in most squads, like Liz was in many squads, but Mu was saying that he was not really using Liz, but I was using Liz a lot. And eventually you're just gonna summon for the key characters. Rerollers will be using all of the new characters. That's the difference. But they will have a lot of difficulty with Remembrance, for example. And, you know, serious challenges on Global X events. So you do you. If you wanna do just the new attacks in Spiral and you feel like it's okay to reroll, do it. You're gonna clear all content with just the new units. You don't need to look back. What changes with this power creep of SaGa Emerald Beyond Banner is that... Remember 2 years ago? People were waiting for reruns. You don't wait for reruns anymore. Never. We were not waiting for the last 6 months at least. So that's the biggest change. You don't look back. You just look further. And if a character does not clear content, then the next one will. And that's the thing. Share how much you plan on spending for gens. I would get 3,000 paid gens for now. To get one cycle of 5 pulls. Mumu says power creep will continue. These banners are not all future proof. Tommy Lee said, seen some on Reddit, but also on other smaller sites. For me personally, there's not chance of reroll. I'll feel very guilty abandoning my favorite characters. Same as me, I really like to have inheritances and all to play around the characters I pull it. They are being smart about progression with skills and passives. Copy said, I never had a chance to use fake Gustav and he's still good. Good if you're planning on using him on old content. Because the damage will keep scaling. The way that they are scaling damage now is via this extra force and defense down to the enemies. And they will block some characters from working because of elements, and then blocking other ones because of direct or indirect, because of many different ways. That's mostly what's gonna do. Same Mumu said. It's also because we get much more characters than content these days. It's a gacha. Units always get power creeped. They Gustav carried you on Hard 5. I have to say that I do believe that the new units are more fun to use than the old ones. Like, you have a lot more party synergy now. Because you can think about... I just released a video about Urpina and Minstrel together, and they were really rocking together. So, the current game is funner this way. You can have some very interesting combinations. In the past, you just didn't have enough combinations. It was all about Matriarch plus Leon plus something. There are goods and pros. Remers know how crazy the power creep has been in few months. Oats are barely useful for the most part. Yeah, just some key characters, right, Sadok? But for the rollers, it takes time to even make a full squad of 5 characters. That's the problem they will face. But it's not like you need the remembrance weapons. It's about what do you like. Do you like to go for day 1 clear? Can you wait? You don't really need to have the remembrance weapon fully maxed on start. There will always be useful. See? They use it to last longer. They use it to last longer, but then you had less squad variety as well. You were using the same characters for longer. So there's that. You protect things broken on JP or what I heard. I haven't checked it then, to be honest. I will be checking then later. Paris never dies, right? It can survive forever. But going back to this whole thing here. Suna has damage, 2 chases, 3 PP per turn for everyone. Also, Sorry, he actually gives more defense boost because I was not looking at the extra chains. So he gives up to 6 defense boost off 10%. Defense boost passively is 10%. So 6 defense boosts and a 30% damage reduction alongside a morale down. It's kind of like how we were using Therese in the past. Kind of like the same type of effects you can achieve. Similar values. What's up, Duzzy? Welcome. And with a character that is easy to use, fits in all squads, and uses an Estus word. Really good anime. Is it anime? I call it a parry, everything. Really? Is there something like that? Even gets defense up. He barely takes that much damage. Using Therese in the past, I mean a few days ago. Now Therese will be used more than Leon. That's just how the game is. She is a damage dealer with support. Damage dealers with support will stay relevant for longer. Sometimes the enemy just do too much damage, man. So, Tsune is a 5 out of 5. He has the same impact as Leon had in the game when he was released. Similar to how Liz impact, but better. Better. But again, you can still use them together, and sometimes you will want. 5 out of 5, like I said, a must-have, and the first character people should be pulling for. Not the funnest one, though. It's just stability, character that works everywhere. God Inheritance using Suna, second skill, because it's the one that he gets a new chase. Kugutsu Summon. Okay, so you can see that Leon chases with a D power attack, if I'm not mistaken, or E power attack. He chases with a D power attack, no, an A power attack and a double S power attack, I guess. Kugutsu combo. Yeah, much better damage. Heals you 3 times per turn as well. 3 times. Because both chases heal and the other one chase, the other healing is from passive. 3 chases per turn is usually enough. He also gets an attack boost of 50% to scale damage together with extra force. You don't like stability, we like fun. He's not the funnest character to use, I'm sure. But he just works. He works and people should be using him. Top tier, 5 out of 5. But let's move on to Suginus. They buffed his entrance because it was terrible, only 80. And made a very small change to him just to trigger his passive from a one-time only use skill. This guy is kinda hard to explain, but let's try to do that. Attack damage increase, damage taken decrease. He doesn't have the new one. Let me check this. He's the second best of the better. Still very unique. Yeah, he doesn't have the new type of passives. So, on the last part, he already decreases damage taken by 30% and another 40 when resisting, alongside 30% damage for himself. And a 40 for himself, another 30% damage reduction. That's all for him. Let me just check on JP. Yeah, just for him. When a normal attack lands, he gets 2 LP. That's how he recovers LP. But there's other ways too. Skill number 2 recovers 1 LP for each attack, and it attacks 8 times. But there's some really strange ways to do this character here. When you attack, you also recover your HP by more than 1.5 thousand, as you can see here. And always cursed quadruple slash. It's... Let me see this attack here. Isn't that the same skill that... No, it's just similar to Dark and U's skill. It's 4 hits of Slash and Shadow with C power. C power is pretty big. It's a guaranteed chase. What else do we have here? And this chases 2 times with this attack, yeah. So 4 hits 2 times means 8 times, but C power. He starts the fight with only 3 LP though. So if you use skill number 2, he would then use 2 LP, but then recover LP to full. That's the same as Fake Gustav. Oh yeah, yeah. But Fake Gustav is a great sword user. Is it exactly the same attack or just same type of damage? Wild players did that. What do you mean? I think it was just one madman. Have to believe in the global buffs. Same attack. Whoa, yeah. He's a sword user and Gustav is a great sword user. But sometimes, yeah, they have some different attacks. But Cursed Quadruple Slash is not a spell, it's a skill. So that's pretty cool because he's better than Fake Gustav. Okay, so Battle Begins, he also gives this Night Power to all allies. So when they attack, they can debuff the enemy's Endurance, Agility, Intelligence, and Will by 5%. But there's also some other status, no? Let me check JP to see how it's explained. Endurance, Agility, Intelligence, and Will. Yeah, Agility. It's a debuff for mages. Then they will self-recover. I don't know if there is a limit here. And he will do 4 LP damage to all allies, just to give this. But there's also other stuff. 3 times defense up, of minus 20% damage. On JP, defense boost medium is 20%. So that's kind of like stacking 3 defense boosts in 3 turns and keeping that running. But he also gives 3 extreme hit ups, so 92% damage improval and 3 stacks of 20% damage reduction, alongside allowing everyone to debuff the enemy Endurance, Intelligence, Agility, and Will by 5% and self-recovering. I don't think there's a limit to usage, because it's not even that broken to have a limit. Yeah, no limit. So if your character has like 2 chases, he's gonna self-heal 3 times. The thing about this guy is roll compression again. He allows you to do more damage, to resist more. The debuff part is not really that important, but he can sometimes help you not need to bring a specific debuffer. Your character to debuff enough. Intelligence, but if the enemy uses STR based attacks, well, most bosses do use multi-types of attacks, so there's that. Attack land means no limit. Yeah, but sometimes I need to check because there were some mistakes in the past. Has 2 small chance to recover LP. Ah, small chance. Okay, sorry. Sorry, Applegun. Yeah, small it's 10% only, right? So he wants to use a normal attack later. Yeah, he starts the fight with 3. If he uses skill 2, he's gonna spend it all. And then he has to use a normal attack to recover LP. He gets 2. So he'll then cycle between this. But using skill 1, can use it only once, and that will do 20% HP recoil damage. And he gets a 30% shadow damage improval. Heat up and defense up. It's another stack, so actually he has 4 stacks of defense up 20% and 4 heat ups of 30%. When he uses this, he's gonna get to 4 LP. And a normal attack will give him 2. It's just so that sometimes you're gonna trigger and sometimes you're not going to trigger from the 8 times. Yeah, so when you use skill number 2, it's 8 times from this, weaker attacks, and then 8 times from C power, from 2 different attacks. So he actually attacks 3 times. Yeah, that's kind of about it. But there's more for this guy. You see that he applies Morale Down, but in his case is large. Guard down to the enemy, and then Fantasia. Fantasia is to have a chance to evade. And you can keep using this skill and you're gonna have lots of Fantasias, and he's just not gonna die easily. He's gonna evade a lot. But it's not that you require because it's 17 VP. He actually prefers to use this skill because it hits 8 times and does more damage. And since this Morale Down lasts for 5 turns and it's large, you can use it now and then on turn 6 again if you want. He was not really made to be used with Suna. Yeah, you can use them together because the defense up will not clash with the morale up, but Suna has his own morale up. If you use them together, don't use skill 1 with Suna, it's not necessary. Look, you don't need to do this anymore. You try to... Although, there's no big difference. You're just gonna try to use skill 2 all the time. Lots of bosses do LP damage now. He's not very useful. Yeah. Those he said, finally get to say this live from watching the videos, but improve it's not a word share, or rather not the right word. Oh, thank you. It's improvement, right? It's probably a mistake from the translation from Portuguese to English. He is good for road blocker. He is good for road blocker, of course, because everyone will be debuffing endurance and will. But do you need help with sword road blocker? Do you? If you do, you're doing something wrong. Unless you're a new player. I wonder if he's useful on hard 5 road blocker. Yes, he is. For sure. Leon. Oh, welcome, Sammy. Leon and him means instant death. No, you cannot get 2-0 LP via passive. If you bring them together, Leon will get to 1 LP. You need help because of Nokihachi? Okay, he's going to help then. Really is. You will be landing stun and then you'll receive much less damage as well. He only debuffs intelligence, not debuffs dexterity or STR. But some attacks from bosses are based on intelligence, so there's that. As a debuffer, really situational. As a damage dealer, good enough. Easy Kihachi levels? No. But 4 stacks of defense up is pretty crazy, even if you have to take 4 LP. There will be another character that has something similar to this, and it's Blah in the future. Blah also has this type of effect of decreasing LP to cast lots of defensive support. So with this guy, you're gonna use the first skill as soon as you start the fight. And the first skill will chase and recover HP. Because he will not chase on JP when using skill 1. Turn 1 damage would less. And then you're gonna cycle between skill 2 and then sometimes skill 3. And a normal attack if you need, because normal attack will recover LP. That's how this guy works. He is really good, but not broken enough. I would say he's a 4.5, not a 5. Has problems, has issues. About inheritance. Yeah, he does have an inheritance here. It's important to discuss, right? They don't appear here as a short cut. Here. This skill here, instead of using a normal attack, you can also use this one. Before attacking, attack boost and recovers 3 LP. But then you're gonna do 10% recoil damage. That's it. It's like a normal attack, but instead of recovering 2, you recover 3. It's more for those situations where those 10% recoil will not make an impact. Still gonna change anyway. I do believe that his inheritance is the less impactful one of all of the Emerald Beyond units. But still, he's the second best character. Although right now I feel like Diva is super close to this guy. Or anyone here think he's a 5? Sigrun is a -4 LP out of 5. Funny nameless. The thing about Diva was that Diva was kind of a tank without being a tank. I mean, a tank she always was, but she didn't counter. Banner today? No, tomorrow. She has very good endurance in Liu. The problem was that she taunted. She buffed when hit, but she will not counter. So in this way, he was just a very inferior Final Emperor. What they do here is they gave the defense boost when being hit. Look, being attacked, defense boost to all allies. This will be 15%. It's kind of like Joe's passive. You're gonna buff everyone's when you are hit. So taunt makes sense. You're gonna taunt and then you're gonna buff everyone's defense boost, but also endurance, view, love, and charisma. When you attack, you're gonna buff SGR, dexterity, agility, and intelligence. That is kind of like Emperor. If it's not exactly like Emperor. Let me check here. No, Emperor does not have the defense boost. Your Diva could counter. Ah, you mean Universe? Of course. If LP doesn't matter, then he's at 4.5, but this is a niche nowadays. Yeah. So Final Emperor had the... Nah, he didn't buff the love and charisma status, but now when he's attacked... Ah, okay. It's actually the other way around. Diva, when hit, buffs endurance, will, love, and charisma. That's better. That's better than Emperor. Emperor buffs the offensive status when he's hit. When he attacks, he buffs the defensive. So here it's better because the first hit of the enemy already keep triggering your defenses. And then when you attack, you're gonna give more to others. Although the agility is pretty low and I don't think it will actually be too fast. But then, now it's much better in global. Why? Look, when you attack, you're gonna give the attack boost and the status buff to allies. In global, when you are attacked, you have a 50% chance to get a revenge attack. That's called Strengthening Blade. That is something kind of similar to Faye. But there was a character before Faye. Who was it? That also had a chance to chase on revenge. Here, Faye gets Axe of Vengeance every time that she's hit, right? In the case of Diva, it's not a chance. It's not a guarantee, it's a chance. Vacuum Strike is as power. In the case of Diva, the attack is S or double S. What is the attack again? I think it's Blade Plus, right? A power. A to S should be very similar. Yeah, it's Blade Plus, it's A power. So you have a 50% chance to get A power chains. That's not really that strong. Even old Julian has a higher damage output than this. But then there's something that will improve the damage of Diva. Julian. Look, this Julian gets a revenge attack every time that he's hit. From indirect attacks. It's Flash Triple Trust, that is a double S power attack. But it has a restriction. Mask is from others. It's not really Julian. There's another, I just don't remember. But the thing is, okay, let's go back to the character. If the enemy attacks you like 4 times, for example, let's say that in the average you get 2 extra chases, and then you use it on overdrive. Every time that you use the chase attack, you're gonna buff all status and give the attack boost. So overdrive turns when using Diva in your party are gonna be much better. Although, let me see if she has a fast attack. She does. And look, this attack here before attacking gives you Blade Plus. So on overdrive, you're gonna be fast. You're gonna then attack with double S power, and then activate Blade Plus twice. So just from here, it's 3 times the mechanic. And if you have other extra blades, every new blade is gonna buff more. From this alone, it's 45% buff. 45% buff. So when she's in a fight, she's been taunting the enemy. I think she also has a stealth, no? On the allies. No, she doesn't. But then she's a kind of a combination of a lot of things. She taunts but does not apply stealth. But she has a 50% chance to... 50% chance? Yeah, to cover single target attacks on other characters. When she attacks, she also chases, right? Yeah, she always chases with Blade already. So in this case, here it's 4 attacks. So it will be buffing 60% status for everyone on overdrive. Kind of similar to Aldora, right? People love Aldora because she applies a lot of status buffs, but Eldora applies defense boost when attacking on Overdrive. In this case, you're gonna apply the defense boost when you are attacked, but just for one turn, like Joe. You start from 0 again on the next turn. Snail says, thanks for the stream, I might not be able to stay the whole time, hope you're doing well, and your pools or savings go well. Thanks so much. Shendu, yeah, Shendu. Dudu. I remember that we had another one. Strengthening Blade Plus activates... Yeah, activates Blade Plus, but it's 50% chance to get the extra attack. Also, guys, since we have 40 people here, if anyone wants to support the channel, we have here a link in the description. If you want to send a donation, it will be sent via Streamlabs, and it appears on the top of the screen with a message, but there's also a PayPal button. This channel survives mostly via community support, since the YouTube doesn't pay much when you don't have too many views, and the views are on decline. But if you can't, don't worry, just click the like button. Let's get at least 40 likes in this live stream. So back to the character here, you have 50% chance to cover, you have 50% chance to get the extra chase, and then you always recharges Q2. We didn't talk about Q2. It's a double S power attack that casts damage block for 2 times 1 turn, and a guard up extreme. You don't really need to use this skill all the time. You may already have enough sustain. This is just so that you are in a fight where the enemy has way too strong single target attacks. So you're gonna get this damage block in the guard up extreme. But you're better off just using skill 3, I believe. She has 4 chase outside of revenge using S3. The damage is decent. Yeah. So just from this skill alone, it's 4 attacks. Double S power and 3 A power attacks. And it's a great sword user, not a gun user. It's a mech that uses great swords. Damage taken and by the end of a turn cleanses. So the way she is right now, I feel like she deserves 5 as a tank, because this is the type of tank that competes with Emperor and competes with Vagnus. The thing here is we only have slash damage with Diva. Vagnus is pierce and hit. Pretty rare status. Sometimes use tanks with the wrong elements just because they are offering much more than just tanking. In this case, we are getting extra damage on Overdrive. We have the extra cover chance. So... on Global we also have another extra Blade Plus, right? I don't know, sorry. This is part of this. Sometimes I mess up stuff. It's strange to say that if she deserves a 5 because she's very similar to Vagnus. And Cygnus doesn't take a 5. And she will be more interesting than Cygnus for most accounts. This kind of clashes my thoughts because a lot of people were saying better characters are Tsuna and Cygnus. But I don't know. Diva just works. It's a lot of effects here. Those changes were pretty nice. Would you put Diva in the same level as Tsuna? I don't know about that. That's the problem, right? Because Tsuna is a new level of power. But it's much like Vagnus. Is Vagnus the same level as Tsuna? Now, what do you think? Your previous comment. Where is your previous comment? She has 4 chase outside of revenge, using S3 the damage is decent. 5 attacks on most turns and 6 stacks on 3 turns. Plus revenge on Audrey. Yeah, I don't know, man. Neoflux is saying that the damage is really nice. There's a lot of things on Diva now. You said Diva seems more interesting than Cygnus. You said, and I do believe, in most cases, 4 stacks of defense up of 20% is also pretty nasty. With a character that can do damage, although not as strong as Kihachi, I believe he surpasses Johan. Johan got a 5. Oh my. It's that Diva on her own roll, she's a top tier. Cygnus on his own roll may not be top tier because as a damage dealer, he gets crashed by Kihachi, but he beats Johan. What about that? How about inheritance? Diva has a very nice inheritance. Now you're gonna have to talk about inheritance with these characters, right? They were designed like that. Jiva gives this beautiful singing, where you're gonna self-buff 15% for all status. This is for everyone. So, besides the buff that she gives when she's attacking, she gives more via this passive, but it's on start of turn. The other is when attacking. But the most interesting thing is that by the end of a turn, you're gonna cleanse all debuffs. We still don't have that many debuff cleansers in the game. And she is a tank type that is now much better. She will also buff all status by 25%, but just on this users. But 15% status buff and debuff cleans. Guarantee debuff cleans without any need. Jiva is still pretty skippable. Overall, yeah. 5 out of 5 says level 1. For who? Robot or for Cygnus? When she's hit, she buffs 15% of endurance, will, love, and charisma. Her taunt's not the best one. The best counter in the game right now is for Bonnie. No, for Formina. Yeah. Suna 5, Jiva 4.5, and Cygnus a 4. So you think Jiva is not as good as Wagner's new Flux? Too strong for a 4.5, it's weak for a 5, yeah. It's kind of like that. I think that this happens on all generations. Skip. We are entering a new generation and we always get confused by the difference. I was talking about taunt, right? The taunt from Jiva is not the best one. She only taunts large for turns. But now look what they did to Formina. Wagner's will only be 4 today. Yeah, because he's directly weaker than Jiva. But when he was released, we didn't have tanks that had defense boost when being hit. Then he could counter 4 times. But now Jiva can attack up to 6, 7, 8 times. She's combining almost everything that Faye has, although Faye is more offensive, with the good stuff from Wagner's as well. But what I was talking about Formina, New Flux, you saw what they did here with her taunt? Why is Julian taunt different than every other character? Because of, let's give a look on this. This is gonna break all formations. Formina will work as a counter in any formation, and she's gonna get hit a lot. When Julian was released, he was the first one to have the passive called from all stance. This gives taunt small. I don't know how much this changes. Let's say it would be a 5% taunt. He steals 5% from all other characters. Or let's say that it's a 4% because there's 4 other characters. And a medium will be a 8. He steals 8%. Then all other surviving allies will be put in stealth. Let's say that on stealth, they themselves remove 1% chance of being attacked and send to Julian. I'm just being theoretical here because I don't know the mechanics behind this. But let's say it works like that. He gets 4 plus 4% increase of being attacked from small taunt. And then 4 plus 4 from the stealth. You said Julian was skippable on release? This Julian? I don't remember. But it's hard to say must have Julian copy. Because I don't know people's pockets. If I didn't really hype a character, sometimes it may have been because I didn't want to force people into pulling. But what I'm saying is that this is how he works, and in 2 turns he had the highest chance of being attacked in the game. Because of this. Going both ways. Now look what they did to Formina. Her taunt is medium. It was supposed to be better than Julian because it was supposed to be 2 turns. Now it is for 4 turns medium. And she applies stealth medium as well for 4 turns. On turn 2, she already has higher chances of being attacked than Julian ever had. And she doubles it on turn 4 onwards. So this is the best likeness to be attacked in the game. She can be using any formation, even in the back row, I guess, she's gonna be hit. We'll have to test her on non-aggro formations to know for sure. But I was using Julian with his inheritance to... because Julian has that other thing here. That he can inherit, remember? He can inherit that... Sword and Shield Dance. That gives him an extra taunt, but this time medium for 4 turns. So even on this case, she beats this Julian. I used Julian with his inheritance on over accelerate and he was hit like 60-70% of the time. Let's say, yeah, maybe 70% of the time. The formula chances are really crazy. Going from 2 to 4 is big and they know this. But content creator pressure. Yeah, good thing you didn't listen. I probably gave him the top tier award. I am sure that I gave him. Now if you pull or not. What if I want to use Kihachi that needs to die? It's still turn 1, you're gonna clash because Kihachi uses taunt as well. Her taunt is large. So on turn 1, she still has some okay chance of being attacked. Let's say that Formina will have a 40% chance of being attacked and Kihachi will be a 15-20% chance of being attacked. There's still chance of being attacked. Just restart more. Diva inherits with her base kit slightly better than Signa's, I think. It's her inheritance being very good, right? The buff cleans is nice. We don't have many cards that can do that. But, okay, this banner here is a gold plus, of course. SaGa Emerald banner will be a gold plus because... Remember when we pulled it for Vagnus? Well, we had 7 cards, but not all of them were top tier. Here, all of them are top tier somehow. Suna is a must. Then Suginus is a damage dealer that, although does less than Kihachi, can give you 4 stacks of events up. Will not work all the time because of LP damage. Okay, I can accept that. But he competes with Johan in damage department. Hello Line Knight Stamina, without having the weak point focus though. Johan has weak point focus. And Diva is now really great. I'm not so sure, but she's not the best counter tank in the game, but she may be the best tank in the game. If we're not talking about Formina. We will have to talk about Formina in a few. But giving everything that she applies to the party, she's the best tank. Not the best counter tank, but the best tank, yes. But even Jorg is a good tank and people forget about him. But he's just a tank, that's the case. People want a counter tank usually. To solve 2 issues, right? Drawing more attacks towards it and countering to kill the boss. Okay, so this banner will be a gold plus, I don't know if you guys agree. Suna is a 5. Suginas will be a 4. I will believe that if we were about to give correct grades, Suginas and Diva needed to be on the same grade. 4.5 for both. Just to guarantee that everyone knows that Suna hacking is the best one. You can say best tank for now, and then drop her later. It's a gacha game, power creep happens, right? Doesn't mean that I'm lying. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs up. So this is the best banner to pull. If you don't have many gems, go for Tsuna. Anyone has anything to say while I go heat up my coffee because it just froze? It will pull anyways. Only Who Dude Wannabe are going to skip. Who Dude Wannabe? Since similar value to Minstrel Banner, to me, Minstrel is still better than any of these styles in my opinion. You mean as a game changer? Yes, New Flux. If you already have Liz and you're gonna put Tsuna in your part, you're still gonna get an improvement. But Minstrel is a game changer. Minstrel as a character, yeah. I would say I won't go that far, but I would say that Minstrel is similar to Tsuna in levels of importance. But the thing is, this banner has 2 other units that are better than companions from Minstrel banner. I would say that Jiva is better than Mirza. Or that suit is much better than Dark. Although Dark now still has a Pierce defense down, okay. But his setup's not really that great. Suit is gonna do much more damage, while also offering much more. But Minstrel as a whole, just Minstrel, yeah, he is crazy. Really fun character to have, even though I had to pity this damn guy. But as a banner, I don't think so, New Flux. As a banner value, you know, the banner value here is higher. The companions are better. But I want to know your guys' opinion. Ah, they made a change here also for, instead of attack lands, became attack skill or spell lands. Maybe for future, if she gets a spell. Ah, yes, she also has slash attack boost. This is gonna improve her damage by a lot. Every time she attacks, she gets a slash attack boost. Slash attack boost medium and as a passive. Let me check here. Does she have that on JP? I don't think she had. Slash attack boost medium to self. One tier higher than 2 tiers the most. Maybe then Minstrel banner should have been called a Silver Plus. I think that community pressure wanted to give a lower grade for Minstrel because everyone wants to skip Minstrel since Emerald Beyond banner was coming. I wasn't sure about that. But many people said Silver as well. You remember, right, Newflux? You were there. Is Lolo next week? Good question. I formatted my PC. I don't have the tab where I can see the banner release. I'm gonna find. Oh no. Next one should be X-Girl. Style possession checker allows me to see. No, it's not this one. Where can you see again? You should check current JP tier list for these guys. 1 second. Let me see if I can find a link. Yes, I found here on a notepad. Lash attack boost is what Blade Plus gives, Kills Piper said, but the Blade Plus that we saw in the past in Global doesn't have that. Who has Blade Plus? Young boy. No, this is Blast Plus. Blade Plus. Who has Blade Plus? We saw that skill before. Ah! We can see the sprite now? I couldn't see the sprite before. No, I know it's a skill tab. I was just paying attention to the sprite art. Lord is next week, then Imako, and then Musashi, and then Lulu. People have to skip Imako then. We don't have Blade Plus. Do we even have Blade? How does the skill name it? Is it really just Blade Plus? Ah, Blade here. Blade. Blade is B power. It's a skill that only M Black has currently in the game. Blade plus slash attack boost. Ah, okay. It's a power, but it gives a slash attack boost. As a chase, it will be 30%. As a command, you cannot use it as a command. But you'll probably be able to get this the Blade Plus full when you chase, yeah. With full Aura Blade. Okay, so let's check game merch. To see where they are right now. Suna is 2 tier 0. Ah! Look who's on tier 0 as well. The Wolf. But where are the new characters? The new protags? Are they here? I don't think so. They are not. They didn't have enough time yet. So many blades, yeah. That Rosen is crazy. They are undecided, but none of them are on tier 0. None of them. Look. They are deciding between tier 2 to tier 3. Tier 1 to tier 2. They don't know yet. You prefer game merch over game with? I don't know what I prefer, to be honest. They have different opinions. Oops. Ah, this was a game. Dragon Quest stacked? Ah, here. It's the first time the protagonist is not on tier 0. Was Shure tier 0 as well? I think he was. Now strongest ranking. What do they say about it? They are giving an S, but not an SS. Only Rabastan? Nebel... What is the name of this guy again? Rastaban. And Suna on tier SS. Only 2 units. They still have Hawk here in the tops, right? Whoa. Volcon's still there. The new Razen for them is not that high. Lolo is not on the top anymore. Whoa. They demoted Lola but kept Tsuna. I think Game With has... I don't know. Rastaman? The green hair dude. But you can see that Jiva was tier A. So 0, 1, 2. But that's because she was pretty different on JP. In Game Merch, she is a tier 1. But she's better in Global. Where is Cygnus? Right after. Cygnus was not buffed for Global. That theoretically means that Jiva can be better than Cygnus. Although, we don't know. Quick question. I'm a veteran and I've been playing for quite a few years. I remember your name, Luis. I've seen a few videos of your gameplay and I've never seen you do anything more than 600,000, damn it. So you haven't seen my videos then. I just released one where my Gustavo was doing 2.8 million. Do you have full damage squads doing more? Of course, even my Kihachi sometimes do 2.5 million. I have a few squads that do up to 3 million. I did more than 4 in a hit already. I think my highest was an 8 million hit. So you haven't seen all of my videos, I guess. The ones you saw was probably fights where the enemies had a lot of defenses. But welcome to the gang. Join our Discord server. We have a Discord server. So overall, it seems like for game merch, Jiva is a little more important. As for game with, where is Cygnus? He's tier S. Okay. 8 million, damn, that's 2023, sure. What do you mean 2023? The damage? Out of all of the Emerald Beyond units, we don't see Bonnie here anymore, I guess. We don't see Bonnie anymore. Or Forminan. They are tier 2, I guess. Or not even that. Am I blind? Where is Formina? Formina. Bonnie is here. Bonnie. Where is Formina? Right next to Cygnus, indeed. Sorry. Maybe Formina is not there. See Formina on tier 2. I'm blind. Where is she? Here. Real Queen Joe. Yeah, the icon is just so small. Let me increase a little. This is a new Firebringer? So far then, Bonnie stayed up more relevant than Formina. Now let's say on the under list. For then, Amiya, tier S. So is Cygnus. But Jiva isn't. Only Amiya from the Bonnie banner. The dogs are barking a lot, guys. Can you hear? Foreman is here. $8 million, that's wild. It's true, I haven't seen many of the gameplay videos. The most I have done is 4 million and all damages were 10. I think I did 8 million even with Gustav sometime. I'm not entirely sure though. Okay, you cannot hear the dogs. That's okay. That means that my suppression is working. I was only looking for Formina, right? Formina in Bonnie. They are probably tier A for them here. Formina? What about Bonnie? Did you see Bonnie? Here. Tier B. She's a tier 4 for them, actually tier 3 because there's tier 0. Like their Urpina is now. Whoa. Okay, so let's go back here. Why is Mia ranked so high on both sides? Is she that good? Yeah, she's a general support. Counters would initiate no matter how OP they are. It's still not easy to slot and we will entirely depend on the boss. Will depend on the character also doing besides the countering. In the case of Diva, she doesn't counteract, she revenges. Have a little over 8,000 gens, so I'm usually pulling everything in banners. I tend to test a lot of different teams. New Joe definitely hits hard, she does. Caius Piper says that Amia is good. She's kind of like Tsuna, where she's just good support you can put in any team. Yon has been your recent fave. He's a nice one. Tsuna is so strong. Farmina suffers for her attack and being attacked triggers, wanting to be the other way around. Yeah, the problem with Farmina is that she doesn't really give stuff to the party as much as she could, like Diva does. She does give that defense boost at least. In her case, it's small to our allies. In the case of Diva, it's medium. So now it's 10, medium is 15. That was Clubina. Yes, that was Clubina. Ah, you were talking about Forming, okay. In the case of Diva, she would keep charging the attacks. Doesn't matter if it's direct, indirect, spell. Use a 505. Tsuna, it's a guarantee 505. Maybe Diva. So let's go and talk about Amiya now. As for Amiya, they buffed her intelligence. She can be a very strong damage dealer because she can cast something to herself, and that comes from her inheritance. Where is she? Amiya has that enhanced magic that improves damage by up to 250%, but takes 4 times to reach max potential. And, well, she has an extra 40% damage reduction. Yeah. Let's see what she gives to the party. Battle begins. There's this thing here. She gives a 50% chance to attack boost and a 50% all status buff. Every 10 turns she gets the usage of skill 2. Skill 2 gives 50% damage reduction for 1 turn. Decreases BP by 2 for 10 turns and recovers HP to our allies. Does this make it a recovery spell? I don't think so. All allies will get a 20% damage increase. They would reduce damage taken by 30. Yeah. But, okay, I was forgetting about this. It says weak defense and resist offense, right? Do you know what is this? Katarina has it. And Katarina is much better right now in the game than she was in the release. It's easier to resist equipment as well. Check on this out. Weak defense, resist offense. Weak defense, resist offense. So, those things here are important if you are well equipped and if you are using characters that are doing weak damage. The thing is, you won't always do weak attacks. because sometimes you use the wrong elements in your squad because it's just the best character to use. For example, you're gonna use Tsuna a lot here, and maybe the enemy's not weak to Pierce. So, what you get is a defense boost of, in this case, it's 20% or 25%. In JP it says it's 20%. Then a self-endurance will buff of 20% and recovers HP. Most characters will have at least 2 chases, so you're gonna heal twice. We're gonna buff a total of 40% endurance and will, and apply 2 defense boosts of 20% each. That means 4 stacks total, but you have to attack before the enemy to have all of them working as intended. It's easy to get the resist offense, but that's the last important one. Because you're gonna buff SGR Dexterity Intelligence by 20%, you're gonna get attack boost and BP. But just by being hit by the enemy gives you 2 BP at most. So that's what Emiya gets. And it was always good on Katarina. Now there's other character that has it as well. And in JP it was just 10% damage reduction for everyone. Now it is 30% alongside the resistance and weak defense. 3 stacks of 5% defense up, that's pretty blah. Defense boost medium as well. Okay. What else? That's kind of about it. Skill 3 is fast when attack lands, can debuff the enemy, and then cast a defense boost medium to all allies. This is similar to how Leon was working as well, but she debuffs intelligence. She will only give you BP if you are hit. If you are not hit, you're not going to get BP. And she has a panic button that will recover and cast defense boost. And this minus 2 BP is kind of reverse method to decrease BP cost instead of giving you BP. Pretty similar as well. I would say that she's not exactly better than Leon. It depends. Leon can give you 5 BP when you want and heal the party a lot. She will only heal once, big numbers, and people will only heal if they trigger her weak defense or resist offense. If they don't, it doesn't heal. It's not that she's bad, I think that... I don't know, what do you think? Is she a 4.5 or something else? Last Gustav with Johan and Kihachi, all those slash down debuffs helps. It does not help Joe, because Joe doesn't have slash damage. That's interesting. You're gonna use this skill for free, and then you use her enhanced magic. And then you're gonna start doing a little more damage. Ah, there's this thing here. When you attack with this double S power attack, it's Sun and Lightning. It's pretty unique. You're gonna chase with skill 1. And that skill 1, it's deep power only, but it has a 50% chance to chase again with S1. A deep power attack. I don't think she stays relevant for too long, but she works. Tsuna by far the best unit. Spool for him and save gems for later. It's a very short resume. It's just another character that works. If you need extra defense and you need a way to start the fight receiving lower damage, you're gonna use this on turn 1. Then on turn 2 you're gonna use the skill 3. 12 BP is a little too high. She doesn't get that much BP. She's a 5 per turn character. But she will decrease the cost of 12 to 10. Still need help. Just pull everyone with Momochi. But yeah, she can't beat Tsuna hacking. Tsuna is better. Let's move to Bonnie. I'm not entirely sure here, guys, if she deserves a 4 or a 4.5. JP loves her, it seems. Global changes were not big, but this is kinda. Moving from 10% to 30, it's kinda big. And this chance to keep using changes. 7 because of resist defense. 7 what? Even higher? Where do they place Mia? Here, right besides Bonnie. It's always high on JP tier lists. Looks like Tsune is the one to pull for and get out. Who's the next meta unit after this Venus? They say. Ah, she gets 7. Where does she get more BP? No, Better Begins. Burn Begins 2. I'm just not seeing it. I see Battle Begins 2, but... don't see anything else. As a reminder, she uses words and not staves. Yeah, she's a word user. Strangely enough. If you consider resist offense, yeah. In that case, 7 is still far from 10. Needs more BP generators. I believe she's either, based on what JP thinks of her, people suggest a 4.5, I believe. She just clashes with Suna, guys. You know what? The next Katarina will have the resist offense again, and she seems to be better, in my opinion, but let me check her. No, it's not this Katarina, but I'll be able to see the other one. Easy to get to 10, and she doesn't give a lot of... she does give a lot of defenses to the party, yeah. Not worth building a team around her. Not worth, only if you get her along the way, in my opinion. But, look, this Katarina keeps the same resistant offense and weak defense again. She also decreases all damage by doing... wait, is this the same name passive? Cherry Blossoms in Full Bloom. Let's see if Amiya has the same name. Because if it is, it's a guarantee that this Katarina will be buffed. Sometimes they keep the same name. If they kept the same name, then we can prepare for Diva. For Katarina. Yeah. Katarina will be buffed. She's good because you don't have to build a team around. Yeah, she's like Tsuna that drop everywhere. Defense field is not that... okay, this is Amiya. They just buffed Katarina before she got released. But this Katarina will only be very good if you have Fury and Schwert, I guess. No, the Frost Break attack is also good. No, Fury and Schwert is better. Although this one buffs, the other one is... this is medium, the other one is small, but 2-3. Where do they place Katarina, JP? Tier 1 as well, same as Amiya. Same as Amiya. Yeah, I would think that they have similar value. Katarina will do more damage though. A few ice teams for global elites just still win over other elements. It's another reason Katarina works so well. Yeah, Katarina plus 4 news? Whoa. She needs help with BP, so you have to support her some way. Katarina won't need help with BP, I guess. But Amiya a little. 5. That's same 7. No. No. She gets more. Attack hits gives another BP. Yeah, no. Katarina has a little more stability with BP generation. But she has also this very crazy attack called 3 Fierce Ice Flowers. You can only use it 3 times per fight, but then you're gonna buff Slash, Cold, and then you are going to attack 3 times with 3 different skills. Fury and Sword, Triple S Power Attack, and the other AoE A Power Attack. It's a very strong nuke attack to use on Overdrive. Starts to fight, heat up. This heat up is just self. Always chases with Acrobatic Glacier. 4 hits. Has a better chase than Amiya. Send it to Yoka. It's probably the 3rd skill. But I would say that she's shortly is better than Amiya. So, no much reasons to pull for Amiya if you're gonna pull for the Romancing Saga 3 banner. And Katarina is with Ellen. That was on the top of the game. She was tier 0, but she's not anymore. Is this Katarina on GP alone? No, she's on Ellen banner. And also Khalid banner. I believe Khalid will be buffed for global. Amiya is just mostly an upgrade over an Impress on some teams. It is a direct upgrade without having to have a full Sun squad. Besides the gimmicks of Impress like Evasion, right? But yeah. Still worth a 4.5 if you think about she's easy to slot. Bonnie, they did some changes to Bonnie. She can be used as a counter, but look, her endurance and we were not that high, just 100%. And she does have insane amounts of agility and SGR. In order for her to be a counter, you have to inherit from her past style. Oops. Bonnie? Isn't Katarina like older version of Gustave? Not really. Still reliant on resist offense and the other effect. So Bonnie can give this 3 different effects with Synchro Step. Who uses Blunt will get BP and attack boost. Doesn't need to be her. She can even give someone else. But she also enters defensive counter stance. So every time that she gets attacked, she's going to counter with Thunder Kick Plus. That's a triple S power attack. Reduce damage taken as well. But she does not evade. She takes damage. Just reduces. And the skill will always be level 99, so it does a little more damage. But just one counter, it's not really that important. That's why I don't think she's so important anyway. But they changed some stuff on her. She chases with Wind Whistle Plus. That Wind Whistle Plus is something that is a human male or cat that has it as a chase. It's cat. Wind Whistle Plus, right? No, it is human female. Cat has it, but as inheritance. As a chase, I think it's human female. Triple S power attack that can buff break. She was before reliant on having to land a weak attack to trigger this chase. It was kind of dumb because it's her only chase attack. So now it's permanent. She always chases with Wind Whistle Plus. So it's a free buff break. But now that we have Minstrel, it's really not important. Fox. Fox counters with that. Okay. But it's not even that important. Because it's much better to use it as a command than as a counter, in my opinion. Well, that's very specific situations. But turn begins, she buffs status by 25%. SGR and agility. Heat up, 20%. This is old. This is old. MR's intrinsic 5. It's still old. But she has here another 40% damage increase. Damage taken decreases by 40% as well. Starts the fight with 12. After using skill 2, you will chase 2 times with Shenlong Fire Fist. It's a 4S power attack. So when you use S2, you're still gonna chase with Wind Whistle Plus. So this attack here is kind of strange. You probably prefer... No, weak force. Yeah, you probably prefer to use this third skill first, the 4S power attack, or the second one. That beard is fired. Oh, thank you. That's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. So, I don't know which one you would prefer to use first. Because extra force is for 1 turn only. And this one is for 2 turns. Extra force. Weak in blunt. Ah, they combo. They combo. Theoretically, you prefer to use this third skill first and then the second. But if you are in a fight where you can finish in, I don't know, 8 turns, just use skill 2. Because you're gonna attack with S power. Then you're gonna cast this extra force. Then you're gonna chase 2 times with 4S power. And then again with Wind Whistle Plus, that is a triple S power attack. That buff breaks. It's triple S, right? Yeah, triple S. So 3 chases with strong damage. But it eventually stops happening. 7 VP is pretty cheap, she can use it all the time. Usable buffs are gone after 1 turn. Those type of buffs, extra force, are 1 turn only. But still, the damage is nice, guys. She only provides support to herself. The only part support that you could say is the buff break. In my opinion, she's the less interesting character here. Even if she can be used as a counter, her counter is not that crazy. If at least she could chase with Wind Whistle Plus after the counter, right? This passive is really old. Less interesting character of the bunch. Formina is much better, like I said, now because they changed the way she taunts. And this taunt can be crazy if the enemy has many single target attacks. She decreases damage now by 40 instead of 30. Got a better taunt, a better stealth. Attack lens, attack boost. Defense boost. And endurance, dexterity, and will buff to self. This doesn't really matter because your tank usually have enough stuff. Unless you want him to solo. And she can solo 310 from Spiral. SGR, dexterity, agility, intelligence buff to all allies. So she gets better defensively, but buffs everyone else's offense status. That's why Jiva is better. Then being an attack, defense boost to all allies. That's okay, but she's not buffing endurance and will for your allies. Depending, even Jiva can now solo 310. Turn begins, 2 BP. Attack boost, heat up to all allies. OG, 15 points. Skill 2 enters a counter stance. And you can choose if you want her to be more defensive or more offensive with her 2 different bullets. The good thing is that when she counters, she gives OG points to everyone. So she's a different type of counter. She will enable overdrive specialists. But okay, looking at all of that, guys, Bonnie, if I was to pull for a Mia banner, I would then pull for Minstrel. What do you think, New Flux? If I was to pull for a Mia, I would recommend pulling for Minstrel. Really. Because no character from a Mia, from Bonnie, or Formina is better than Minstrel. None of those 3. And the most unique is Formina. The better general usage is a Mia. But none of them are must. The one I wanted the most would be Formina. But to be honest, I may skip her. Now that I look on this kit, Because I will have Diva, I don't know if I want to use Farming anymore. I know they have different weapon types, but we're gonna get more gunners. Minstrel's OP community pressure for the win. Yeah. She buffs her dexterity too, not just defensive status. Ah, no, I'm saying for endurance, dexterity, will buffs. Yeah, okay. Attack lands, but it's when attack lands. It will be better when she's hit. Attack lands, defense boost to self, and endurance, dexterity, and will to self. When she counters, her counter damage would be nice. So look, attacking, you're gonna use this attack that is E-power. She enters the counter stance, and then we'll counter with attacking explosions. Every time that she counters, she enters another counter stance, right? Ain't that right? Like, if you get hit once, you're gonna trigger the counter once, but the second time you're gonna counter yet another time, right? More than she gets hit. That's how a passive moves into another one. Kind of like how J-Mew does the trick. Just like Fate Monica. Ten points of OG Gorge, not 15. It says 10. Because it comes from an active skill, not a passive skill. She's a blunt counter. Who's the best blunt counter in the game right now? Minstrel just sounds OP. Every blunt attacker's cleanser is just so overpowered. And all the other stuff that he can bring, right? James B says, we'll be stretching those gens to try to get Minstrel and main star off these banners you feel. Yeah, that's why it's better on attack and all when hit. She attacks way more than she gets. Ah, yeah, if she gets to counter multiple times, it makes sense now, Kills Piper. You'll still be reliant on the enemy attacking, and that's how they fix it, to try to give her the best counter in the game. With the best counter in the game now, I mean the best taunt in the game, she would then have very high chance of keep countering the enemy. Damage takes time to scale though. Attack hits. But she buffs the offensive status of all friendly survivors, so that they can help her kill the enemy. Her type of gameplay is pretty different than the others. She wants to defeat the enemy fast. She will allow everyone to get to OG so that they can do more damage, and they will get extra buffs to do more damage too. Unless, you know, you lose your buffs by the end of turn, so this is meaningless. It's 10% OG per counter. She can feel Party's Gouge. Yeah, I saw. 10%. Be powered though, the counter. What just happened in the game to get Minstrel? Ah, you hoping in the game to get Minstrel. Haven't grabbed him yet. First multi-pool was Minstrel. Brats, that's insane. Music's nice. Which music's playing now? Actually, the music stopped. Sorry. It's that I cannot listen to it when I'm streaming. He was playing? Ah, SaGa Jazz. It's another SaGa Jazz. Now it's silent. It must not be anymore. Again, sounds like Mistral teammate get him in an OD every turn. If you get to use together with Mistral, yeah. Mistral will improve her damage. Mistral will allow her to buff break the enemy with her counters. And also debuff the enemy. Blunt attacks, blunt squads are now much better because of Mistral. Cornelius made cold squads much better. And Mistral made blunt teams much better. Very strong leaders. Mears is not on the same level. Comes close, but not the same level. Best leaders now. Upper that made benefit from this. Why? Because these attacks are single target. Good thing is that Farming always have EP to use whatever she wants. And again, let's check on her inheritance. Forming. Synchro Step. Oh yeah, hers is better. Remember that we used it in some fights. When attacking with blunts, recover HP. And buffs more status. She will be buffing even more. And being attacked, gets attack boost and buffs damage. It's reverse. It kind of means that she needs to get it to improve. Landing an attack buffs dexterity and another attack boost. Yeah. Her damage scale is a lot, but in fights where you can keep your status. If you cannot keep your status, man, I don't think she'll be a very good pick. If you lose your status buff every single turn, she'll be there because of the OG charge. Best gunner is Summer Leon? How are you saying that for real? He was not very buffed besides the taunt. But I still believe this taunt is crazy. It really is. Whoever gets her, please ping me on Discord because I want to see this in action. 2023? So my friends, Suna banner is a gold plus. Amiya banner, oh my, silver plus. At most. I think this banner is inferior to Minstrel somehow. Because I prefer to get one meta unit than 3 average units. It's not that they are average, but they are not game changing. By the way, best counter unit is Steel Drill. Best blunt counter. Headbutt all over again. Pretinha. Pretinha will appear because she's cosplaying as Lolo again. Right? It's here. Nearby. Waiting. Just waiting. So I don't know, guys. I won't be pulling for Mia, even if I got lucky with my Suna pulls. I won't. At least not on day 1. Right, Pretinha? What do you say? Pull for Suna, wait for Lolo? The community has to have Lolo. And Kado says good luck. Suna and you're done. It's just the way the game is going. I can see... I won't be using Bonnie too much because her damage will eventually be power creeped. Her main stuff here is to have a buff break on Chase, but now that I have Minstrel, why do I want this? I can use Tatiana still. Not that Tatiana is better, it's just that I can't keep using her. And Amiya will compete with Suna all the time. Can I use both? I can. Do I really need to? No. Especially because I can use Tsuna and Minstrel together. Now, what about Formina? The only one that I would actually want to use. ScherBR, I will not pull. Banner drops, ScherBR community pressure. It's even here on the top. Tsuna, maybe Diva if I'm close. Yeah, if you want to save gens, my friends, pull for Tsuna and drop. If you like the characters, it's okay to pull for both. But most players who just get on Tsuna banner, if you are at least 5 multis away of a second character from Tsuna banner, keep going to the pity point. Like, you needed 10 multis and only got Tsuna, keep going. But if you want to pull here on Formina banner, I would say Formina is the best one. Maybe not the best one, but the most interesting one. Right, Pretinha? You're gonna get other generalists. Anya will get here and she will compete with a Mia as well. Mia banner is amazing if you needed niches, but someone playing for a while probably has the niches covered. I see. Now the real question, Minstrel or Tsuna? Saying not to pull for Bonnie, we invoked the nameless curse. He came here, you're already talking about pitting. Ah, because it happens all the time. So the master says, I need a unit to replace for Den, Targ, and ScherBR, as I was not able to get them. Ah, they will be power creeped. They will, Den Targ will be power creeped soon. ScherBR is already just okay. J-Prax says, Mind Strong? What does that mean? Tsuna Capivara? Tsuna Hack. Can I see Tsuna emojis on the chat from all our members? Let's do a test. How many Tsuna hacks can we get in this chat now? From all the members in the chat. Please. Let's see how many we can get. I still prefer the Banner's Companion on a Mia banner than Minstrel banner. But I prefer to pull on Minstrel than to pull on Mia. We see 3 hacks so far. How many more? James B tried to use it, but it's not working. But you know how to use the command, right? Oh, we have three fake hacks and three real ones. 2 power creep Den Targ. I mean, from damage, any blunt damage dealer can power creep him, but it's more about the utility of the character, right? Not anymore? Are you planning on making Global X videos? Ah, you mean the Global X event videos? Yes, I was actually waiting for the Tsuna banner to see if I can make 2 squads, because I could only make 1 squad per fight and it was uninteresting. I'll make as soon as we get the new units. But I'll be pulling only on Tsuna banner for now, guys. Really. Because I will only be happy with Formina and I don't think I'll be enough happy. Sometimes you see a unit and that unit it says you're gonna clear new content because of me. I can see that Tsuna will make stuff easier. Signas will make me do some fast squads. Diva will be fun to play, although I will use her less, I believe. But she will be fun, also will speed up some fights. Amiya will be a drop me anywhere character. Oni will be the less interesting one, although damage. Really, I only want Formina. Tsuna perma units in all squads. Not perma, but the way that we use a Leon all the time, it's the way that we'll be using Tsuna. Only 6 Tsuna hacks. Maybe people are watching from their TVs. Let me check the community feedback here. Nastro says, thanks for the preview. SaGa Emerald Beyond styles are very good for all content on both banners are worth to pull. Good luck everyone. Chaos B says, thank you very much for the update. Tsuna Nori Mido pretty much does everything you could want with a neat package. For DPS as well as great support, especially inheriting S2 from his welfare style. Multiple heals. Yeah, 3 heals. Multiple buffs. Multiple defense and attack boosts. You have it all. The star of the banner. Siona's mechanic is very unique and you have to build teams around him. The LP required for a party means he's very situational. However, the double chase in theory will make him the strongest slash DPS in the game. Lies. Not mandatory, but a cool unit. Diva has been buffed to be similar to Faye. Get hit, build up chases that unleashes during overdrive. The chases stack, it's not a guarantee, but I expect to see a few. Inherit her as you from welfare, you get a party debuff cleanse at the end of turn. Still a hair type of effect. A good unit I can see myself using for the 7 heroes. Yeah. Emilia is a decent support that can replace Leon and a Sun Squad. A1 can proc S1 over and over, similar to recent Salamander. And recent Aldora. Wherever she's a sword user, which we already have plenty of. Bonnie is a selfish DPS for a blunt, similar to last Dentarg if you need MR DPS. But Dentarg gives support to the party. He's not selfish. Foreman is an exception counter unit. Flex her whatever you want the defense boost or the OG Gouge Fuel. You can stack multiple counters and see those buffs go up from the counter as well as benefits from her A1. Mido banner is better. I'll pull for Mido, Diva, and Formina. He also likes Formina, that's something we agree. Takes Leon place, it seems. Squall is OP. You call him Squall? He doesn't look like Squall. What's the difference between attack lanes and attack type? Ah, this was because you could land any type of attack. All attack types including counters and chains. Attack skill and spell lanes does not include attacks from special triggers. So Bonnie passive will make a lot of sense. Attack lanes. When countering, you're gonna STR and agility buff and attack boost MVP. But only when using a command, you're gonna win Whistle. That's a very good explanation, Catastrophe. Thank you. They changed this for Sirius, but that doesn't really affect anything. If you look the skills, you will see a dark that is a spell or a sword that is a skill. Yeah, but that's... What is an attack that's not a spell or a skill? Attack can also be a counter. A chase. Pretty sure attack does not include a normal attack, or is... No, it's not like that. Normal attack is also including an attack. In this case, I have no idea. Also, distinction between attacks in hits of an attack. Normal attack is considered a skill, yes it is. That's how you trigger some stuff from Bertrand. That's why I could use normal attack to major triple. Exactly what he was talking about. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't read. I was saying out loud. Use Piper. It's just the wording difference when it's localizing me because Sylvena's passive is not worded any different for any character in Japanese as far as I can tell. Hasta lot said incorrect. In Japanese, Sylvena's passive does indeed only say when landing an attack to activate Cursed Quadruple Slash. It's likely the original was wrong, and the global definition is correct. No, but that's what all characters in JP say. Amiya passives when landing an attack, and she only has spells. Maybe it's just thinking about the future when they can also use spells or something. Your building also just says when landing an attack. From what I see, Sylvena is worded the exact same way. Not just on our in-game, it does specify attack and spells for Sylvena's and Amiya. Bonnie has attack lands and attack type lands though. Just wonder if there are any difference bearing the asterisk conjunctions. On global there should not be any difference. On GP I don't remember if they also don't count as normal attack as an attack skill. And that's why the wording is different. We had this problem, Chaos Piper, with someone in the past. Do you remember who? Creator. I remember people saying that this creator, when landing an attack with an attack type skill spell, this would mean that a normal attack was not included. If I'm not mistaken, or was it changing? I remember we having a problem with creator not triggering stuff from normals. It was the next one. This one has only an attack recovers, when an attack is an attack type. I don't know. I remember that they even made a patch to fix the character, but one of these creators came broken. That could not chase on normal. This one does not chase with normal attacks. Ah. Okay, what else are they saying? But I don't have the GP version installed right now to test. Just look up. Cards in GP still chase with their normal attacks, so I have no idea why that distinction is there. Guess just to make it a concise format for when cards do have stipulations for chase attacks. Ah, yeah. Sometimes they say that because the character could theoretically trigger stuff from counter. That's what I believe when they say attacks type, skill, and spell land. It does not include the counter effect. That's what that person said in the top. Catastrophe. Yeah. It was a pumpkin one? Say nameless. Pumpkin one? You sure? When any attack with attack type. But they fixed him, right? So the master says, I'm hoping for that 30,000 gens. Ah, so am I. So am I. I think that this is the right description. Do you agree, Chaos Piper? No, Cygnus thing is a translation. He chases with spells on GP. Cygnus. Cygnus. He chases with spells? That skill's considered a spell? Spell? Or are you talking when using the red absorb and then he chases? Ah, okay. That's what you meant. I see. Cannot chase with normal attacks because he's a boss or they fix it. Ah! Ah, he couldn't chase with normal attacks in JP. Ah, no, you're talking about the Pumpkin one again. I see. Pumpkin one couldn't because he was a bosser. No one used him on real challenge. But then changed it for global. Became meta on global. Artistic says, crazy good styles. I'm sorry, Cygnus, Farming, and Bonnie are in the other side. Cygnus is not in the other side. Cygnus is a good style for the 4 heat extreme and the 4 defense up very large for the party. The good damage he can deal with his S2 can deal 16 hits and give healing and debuff capability to all other allies without times. And he'll be better with a very good character in the next manner. He'll be better with the X-Girl. Which characters does your pair with? Dolores, yeah. Party capability to give attack boost, defense boost when using slash and shadow, and also decreasing slash and shadow resistance of the enemy. Has both types. Noel also, they will combo well. Do you need any inheritance for these characters? They are free, Chino. They come from the book. Bonnie is the least appealing, she can do good damage, but it's very selfish. Mina can give herself a second skill of her welfare style, can do very good damage too. And has a better version of formal stance, but overall middle is better, is the best. Akius also said again here, thanks again for posting the translation. I think you missed it, writing Amiya got a buff to chase. Ah, he fixed that. Or Shira and Saruin Love. Ah, Saruin, yeah. No, the newest Saruin is Slash and Lightning though. Let's go back to see if Yappy posted. Yeah, he did. Let's see what he says. Tsunade is the star of the banner, fantastic all-in-one package style that can deal a ton of damage, is tanky and provides a lot of utility. In the JP version, he was using an initial clear of the Romancing fight for the future Uber boss, Destroyer. That is Romancing Saga 3 boss, right? Or not? For inheritance, he has Kugutsu Sumo from welfare. Sugin is a very powerful slash and shadow DPS that also provides some nice damage buffs and mitigation to the party. Downside is that one will need to manage his LP and also not recommended to include him in fights where bosses deal a lot of LP damage. Indeed. But he has so many defensive layers. Look, he's a damage dealer that applies 4 defensive layers via defense up and then another via monolith down. Maybe he deserves a 5, man. But the LP penalty is big. Jiva. Jiva is a cover tank and can provide some nice DPS with her added ability to chase with Blade Plus during overdrive, albeit depending on her ranging. Inherit beautiful swing. Okay, but pretty simple as well. Amiya. Mediocre support with some RNG buffs. Furthermore, she's an sword style, where we have a lot of options. Still, her passive ability to potentially keep chasing with Wild Thunder can be fun. Help party to burst down bosses or end the fight earlier. I don't think so, because, look, she can keep chasing with a 15% attack boost. The chase attack is 10% attack boost. How would that speed up stuff? Inherit Enhanced Magic. Yeah, to improve her own damage output. Bonnie has received some nice buff here. To have mostly upcoming Remembrance battles. Chase with UniverSe is nice for boss buff removal. Inherit Synchro Step. Farming is a powerful gun, counter tank. She will be very useful in the upcoming Remembrance battles. Can also help with Spiral 310 if one does not have latest Galahad or Vagas. Quite versatile in terms of counter, able to choose between attack or defense boost counters depending on the difficulty of the fight. Inherit Synchro Step. Overall, I highly recommend grab Tsunanori, and his banner mates are quite good as well. As for the other banner, it will depend on whenever Remembrance battles are a priority. Same as Aldora, restarts you get 99 chases. 99 chases from... Imagine, 99 chases. I believe that Aldora was a curse as well, New Flux. People that love to do the... Look who is here. Lolo cosplayer again. They like to do the... Wells. The challenge wells. They will keep reusing Aldora to see if they can buff more and more to get high ranks. I don't know why would they do that, but I'm sure there's someone doing already. I'm already tired of the challenge wells though. So I do believe that's it. There's more discussion here. Does he call it a review? They say Api is Mumu's alternative account. How does farming a counter works? Does she just keep stacking additional counters, or does she swap over firing reach bullets? She will counter once, twice, thrice, and that's like it, right? Sad we didn't get the 5,000 gems with the last banner that JP did. Maybe they will add it tomorrow. 5,000 gems they got when they announced the Emerald Beyond banners? Mumuyapi. Yeah, they said. Thanks for the recap. Well, that's a lot of hacking, 99 stamina. Due to casual here, I understand these Emerald Beyond banners are hyped, but I was wondering if the power level of future units after AB will be more or less the same. I'm low on resources and I cannot bring myself to care about AB characters just yet. I'm thinking about saving while everyone is spending. Is it up? If you are a casual player and don't mind not being ahead of the curve, you can always keep any banner in this game. Eventually there will be an upgrade to any of the top tier styles. That's how it works right now. V Tomal is probably Vinicius Tomal. Yeah, he appears on stream sometimes. If you really don't mind to miss 10 and not clearing content as it arrives, and sometimes mass time limited fights, not dumb, it's just different priorities. As far as I'm from having everything cleared, I'm disappointed even if I probably have the styles for it. Thanks for the reply. FOMO was growing on me. No, guys. Overall, I believe Amiya banners is keepable. Really is. Especially if you pull it for Minstrel. Don't feel bad. I'm not talking that because I pull it. I only pull it because I saw how broken he was. And if you already pull it Minstrel, Bonnie is a non-relevant character for you. And if you get Suna, Amiya loses part of her potential. She's worth, so not much help from Remembrance. So Formina is the only one that will really appeal for those that pull it on Minstrel banner. They had extra 5,000 gems from the SaGa Emerald Beyond Countdown. Maybe on Reset, who knows? Let the hype train get. To me, I was expecting these banners to be much stronger on paper, but they are powerful nonetheless. I feel like when we get to the banners, global buffs, we're slowly getting some characters close to the SaGa Emerald Beyond units already. You pity Minstrel? I didn't, you. I had to pity. But I got the whole banner. Thanks for the review. Amiya is not that bad. To be honest, she can use it for a squad or Remembrance fight. She's not bad, but it's just that she clashes with too many units. They are better than her. But her damage is going to be very good with her inheritance if you want. I think that's it. So, what do you think? Do we give a Silver Plus award just because the 3 units are good? While the longevity of cards like Dark, for example, in Minstrel banner is low? Or should we just give it a Silver award? What about Suna? Suna still has the best banner. It's way too easy to describe. We have Suna as a meta unit, and in my opinion, even Sugnes is better than any other character from the second banner. Even Sugnes. Even in Formina. Because he's still unique enough that he would be a key character in some short fights. And if you are trying to bring Kihachi in a fight and she's not working, and it brings Sugnes, he will work. Maybe if you can survive 2 more turns, he will give you a lot more sustain. It's a much more impactful unit overall. Heels Piper say Gold Plus and Silver Plus works. That is what I was planning. As for Tsuna, he will be a 5. I may give 5 to Sugnes because, man, it's still way too much mitigation. And maybe a 4.5 to Jiva. Just to say that Sugnes is still a better pick usually. Although I don't know, man, I don't know. They do different stuff. But 4 defense ups and a morale down, large, that lands 5 turns effect, is still crazy. Thumbs up and thumbs down. Thumbs up for Tsuna, thumbs down for Amiya. If you are going after Amiya banner, the order will be Formina, in my opinion, Formina, then Amiya, and then Bonnie. Sugnes is a 5 as long as the boss doesn't do LP damage. Some characters did have some bad stuff about him. Remember Leon? He also had bad stuff about it, and he was a 5 as well. You should compare with upcoming SAB banners before giving a grade. I will be checking the future SAB banners and make a review, video tomorrow, where I will try to say the plans moving forward for those that want to save gens. For example, I cannot remember where I can see the banners. Is it on my data? I don't remember where I can see that. Style list. Banner order I'm talking. Not just style. Style possession. I went there, but it didn't appear anything. Oops. Style possession checker. Ah, now you can see past tiers as well. You were having issues trying to get it. So people will want to pull for her, and this gunner guy will be very useful as well. Not everyone will want to pull for Blah. Blah is another character that will hurt your LP. Or is it just hers? I don't remember. I'll have to check again. But Lola will be a must. The plan will be to, for those that don't have many gens, get Suna, then Dolores, skip this week, and pull for Lolo. Yeah, you have to skip BX10 and all these other units here, but it has to be done. For those without many gens. For those that have been saving. Suna, Dolores. Let me check the performance of these units on the other websites. Look, they are both here on tier 1. Yamaku and the other guy, and BX10 was downmoted. Was he also on the other? He was. He's also here. Byaku was downgraded as well. Where is Byaku? My gosh, he's tier B in one list and a very big tier in the other. Very big difference in opinion. Where's the Scarecrow and the Beaver? With Lolo. The rest of an OP. Yeah, the Cat's 5, yeah. For those that have the gens, nah, LPT. I don't think any of the banners are better than Suna's. Lolo gets close. Yeah. Suna is the best one. For sure. No, there's no spear, bow, or staff units. No, there's no spear nor bow units. For Seb. Imaku. If you got someone like Dentar, you can skip those characters. Ah, not skippable. Blah is hard to comprehend. Yeah, I cannot even explain this character. Who is this guy? Ivar. No one's gonna pull for this banner. And you won't care to grade. Yeah, Blah is good. But how many people will have the gens? And she's Gun. A lot of support for Gun. It's kind of like summoning for Tyler. You're gonna have support for days and years. But overall, for other type of content, I would not recommend. But Blah is a better investment than BX10, I guess. What do you think, Neil? Because BX10 is similar to Mac, but it's a real... Mac to Jiva, but it's a real counter unit. Blast! Welcome, Doug! We were talking about Jiva chasing with Blade plus. Blade after Blade. Gives Piper says, I love these limes. They are not great, but they are fun kits. They have fun kits. Don't be a chicken, pull all. Okay. Are you going to pull for all, JPrac, now that you are lucky? So the units I want to get right now is Minstrel, Suna, maybe Sugnas, Dolores, and the Black Cat. Then this looks like a plan. I will have to check Blah and even see videos because it's super hard to comprehend Blah. She loses LP and applies more effects to the party. That's the resume. But summoning for Blah will make all Gun Remembrance easy, I believe. The sprite art for Blah is nice. Is Blah still a tier 1 character? What have they done? Tier 3? Whoa! Tier B? Imaku? Where is Gourmand placed though? Gourmand situational character. It's all about Lolo. Ah, but you can be sure that they are gonna buff the Lolo partners. Ah, they will. Or retire. I think she's got something interesting buffs. Blah. There is a husbando material planning for future pools. No. Lolo. Lolo is the new coming of Mirza. Mirza that deals damage and does more. Do as I say, not as I do. That's usually how... Coaches do their job, right? Don't dig upon my past. Take that Mirza hate back. Mirza? Donkey's right there. I don't hate Mirza. I'm a fan. You will pull for all cats. Imagine making a full cat party. So far, they only have one cat, right? That's Gourmand. We will pull for Gourmand. Dog is totally going to pull for Gourmand. And if Capyvar does not pull for Gourmand... It's just about to talk about Lolo and she's here. If Capyvar does not pull for Gourmand... It will be a lie. You're not a Capyvar fan. Gourmand is picky. Imagine beating the 7 heroes with a Gourmand. Gourmand is not really bad. I remember checking on Gourmand on a live stream. Who was this? You, Capyvar. You voted. Gotta have those therapy nuts. I need some therapy nuts. I already do therapy. I do. I need. There are good and bad days. But maybe if I had some therapy nuts, I'll have better days. That name is Gourmet. No, it's Gourmand on the English version of Saga Emerald Beyond. 2 cats? Ah, cat human and cat. Have to clip something, 1 second. Clip something. What are you doing? Gourmand has no welfare style though, it's sad. Now, the Scarecrow guy, I don't even remember what this guy does. Brand of Madness. It looks cool as well. Look at the sprite art. Imagine beating the 7 heroes with a Gourmand and a Scarecrow. Back boost. Back boost. Fast AoE or fast single target? Ah, he's a blunt specialist. Ah, he's gonna combo super well with Minstrel then. Reduce damage taken for all. So if I skip Blah, I may still have something. Grants all enemies. Okay, start of turn. VP recovery with blunt attacks. You get 2. Benefit of elemental attack blunt. Attacking with blunt grants self-defense boost small. Buffs endurance. Ah, this is kind of the good part. Just this is not that great because it's self-defense boost. I prefer the AoE version. Got OG points. When attack lands, change with switch. OG attack. Does more damage on OD. Oh, special types. Oh, ew. And look at all of these cool characters that I would never use, even on my Saga Emerald playthrough. Switching between characters on Saga games is so hard, man. You have to level up a lot of things. Nako is clearly a cat. He says that a lot, that he's totally a cat. Why would he lie? Why would a character lie to you in a Saga game? Now look, all of these cool characters. Even Scarecrows are packing heat in Saga. Well, overall, if people want to pull, they will pull for Lolo and be gone with it. But Lolo was demoted on a tier list. In this tier list, Lolo is still tier 0. In this other one here, it's not. It was taken by Rastaban. Rastaban demoted Lolo, and now Lolo is on the same tier as Musashi. As Johan. As Amiya. That's a little bit of a problem. It's probably because they want to showcase more Suna and Rastaban. It's probably the case. But I guess for most of you guys, if you are low on gens, pull or Tsuna Hack banner. Can pull on Dolores banner because this guy, pink-haired guy, is very good support for Remembrance 2. Skip Blah banner. Skip the BX10 banner. Pull on Lolo banner. And then pull on one of the Romancing Saga 3 banners. You still have the gens. But those types of banners are not banners too peachy. You hardly have gens. And then it's just banner on Slav. Look, protagonist, Kihachi, Shiraise. And then these banners here, people will probably skip. Because not many will have gens. And then we're gonna get into Summer. And then Rastabans. Why was Rastaban improved recently? He was released a lot of time ago. A lot of time ago. We saw some live streams and he was not on the top. What did he do to deserve such a thing? He did something recently even. He demoted Lolo. How is that possible? No one is skipping Boston? Ah! In Season 2, they hyper buff these banners. Yeah, just turn everyone into MRs, mages, which is a power way to SaGa. Original SaGa, right? Amiya, should we really trust that tier list? Too high, right, Copy? I think she's a little too high. Winners are Friday, because of reset time, yeah. When does Rastaban come to global? He's a summer unit. RS3 Katarina and Kihachi right after Seb. Eeks. Rastaban needs Princess Ray. Ah, Ray is new. What is he? Ah, weakened defense. Ah. He's a summer unit, so she will come on Christmas. Christmas is nice. You're in Brazil, it's summer. Ray's on the other banner with Princess White Rose. Both came on the same week. Ah, but why it took so long for them to improve Rastaban to tier 0? They took time to recognize his prowess. Hey, Sim, welcome. It's reset time. No music. Okay, let's replay. Thanks. Ray? Rastaban? That is... I always forget her name. Enya? Ellen? Lolo? Tsuna. The good thing about this is that most of them have different weapon types. Look, the only one that has multiply is Emarts and S-Word. S-Word for Enya and Tsuna. Emarts for Lolo and Razan. What does this Razan does? Is Ellen strong? She's meta. Always forget Enya. Because they have similar naming. Enya, Anna, Ain, Enya. Look at this. You're totally gonna pull here, right, Doug? Super Sentai based character. My fat fingers keep tapping the wrong words. Oh my. What is happening during this dream? You were serious about not being friends with Ambulance? No, I'm a friend with him. Ah, I wanted to see what Razan does, right? People were saying that he's meta. He's on the Metal Exchange now. Attack boost. Buff breaks. No, this is the same skill as before, no? Or is it? No, it's similar but not the same. Power of the Red Moon. If all lives are alive. Ah, okay. I get it. Medium defense boost for 4 turns on the start of turn. Weak attack boost. Buffs. Kinda broken, bro. He can keep giving more stuff even. He's a mage now. Only spell based. Grants Red Moon power. More! For 1 turn. It's so that you don't need to cast on the start. Chase with Relief Zone. So that he's a debuff cleanser. And a buff breaker. He's really good. Sometimes we cannot have one that can do both. I mean, we don't have anyone that can buff break and debuff cleans, can we? What is happening during the stream? You were serious about not being friends. Sorry, I already had read that. While friendly survivors when attack lands, attack and defense boost. Buff stat. Really broken. Ridiculously broken. It comes with who? Sumir. Oh my. Sirius OP. Brazilian is on the meta exchange right now. On JP, yes. That's what it says here. You guys have Sirius. Sirius can buff break and debuff cleans, right? So many people appeared here. Out of nowhere. But can he attack twice? Thrice? No, he can't. Broken unit. I guess we can see a healthy plan here. But even then, they are pretty nasty with us. A lot of good banners. I mean, talking about preference, like a lot of people like the Emerald Beyond banners. They will like Dolores. These units are pretty whatever. There's no fans for this type of characters. Maybe BX10. I'm not talking about SaGa fans. I'm talking about UniverSe fans as a whole. Everyone wants to play with a Black Cat. Okay, Romancing Saga 3 is always popular. Protagonists are popular. Other protagonists are popular. Maybe the secondary protagonists from Romancing Saga 3 are skippable. I don't think many people will pull on this for Demon Lord banners. And then they will enter Summer. A lot of banners that people will be pulling for. All of them. All of them. And then they have Saga Soul banner. Scarlet Grace banner. I'll probably skip this Scarlet Grace banner. I'll probably skip this other one here. More Summer. Skip this one. Oh my. It's hard. So, guys, back to the banner image here. Again, I recommend you guys to pull on Suna banner and get at least 2 of it. If you are lucky, you can still keep pulling if you want a secondary one. If you get too early, you can stop. But it's such a good banner that you can get 2 of it. Unless you get Sunanori in 1 multi and you feel like it's enough and you can drop. But even then, getting at least 2 is nice. Then for Amiya banner, I really recommend skipping unless you are a fan. And it's better to summon for Minstrel than to summon on Amiya banner. In my opinion, Minstrel is better than Amiya banner. The character is game-changing, and none of the characters from Amiya banner is game-changing. Formula coming close, and even then, she can be replaced. I'm sure she can. Giga said, I got Tsuna hack in one multi on GP. Hope you get it again. Everything will be OP. Perfect. Oh, they will. Doug says, now he's talking smack about 4 News. Angelo! Is Angelo here? I don't know, man. Current 4 News is so good, I don't know how they will sell me another one. Fire Archer is broken too. He can hit like 20 times per round. Who is that character, Michelle? Fire Archer? Oh, this girl? Fire. I don't know who you're talking about. No. New Protags? Ah, the guy that looks like Polka, but it's not Polka. In this image, he looks like Polka. Then he also reminds me a little about some Suikoden or Tales of Art. Doug, he says that now he hasn't seen how OP the new 4 News is on JP. He regrets those words tonight. Tonight? His name is Ice. And he does fire damage? Pretty crazy, huh? Lord Alms will return. One day. Together with 4 News. This banner has 5 styles, man. 5 styles on it? Oh, no, these are the free welfares, right? What about the premium banners? You have 5 premium styles as well? Crazy nuts. This is going to happen on Christmas, I believe, or January. If we leave that much. My friends, we are here for so long. So once more, if anyone wants to support the channel, we're still trying to reach the last month goal to pay the bills, especially credit card and rent. If you cannot help, no worries, click the like button. It certainly helps keep the channel running as well. I appreciate all the help I get from the community. Don't forget to join the Discord server as well, where we can find very cool people there. Many of the persons that appear on the chat are also there, so you can share your squads, discuss stuff. It's a place without toxicity. A very friendly place, I believe. Besides the lewdness of some people. I'm joking, of course, I cannot say that. The max loot we have is very family friendly. Bunch of hooligans. In a lot of crazy emojis. We have very good emojis. Many of them have some pretty cool lore. So don't forget. I didn't even say who was the lewd that Angelo just says, whoa, Cher. You deserve an heresy slap. I'm gonna send you one right now. I'm gonna send you one right now. Take that slap, sir. Calling me leads out, of course. Share let us in so I don't know how good it can be. It's good enough. Is there an energy emoji yet? How can we make one? Join the server to learn SaGa lore. Not even Kawazu knows. Doug is one of those that would teach you about the hidden lore. Where? Asking for a friend. You know, the Discord channel is here in the description, friend. So, okay. I will try to make the preview in the next hour. And then tomorrow I'll try to make a video about the banner planning. Okay? So, guys, I just want to thank you all for being here as always. Wish you good luck. We'll be live during the reset time. I mean, after reset time. Because there will be maintenance. And a little before maintenance ends, we'll be live to play and pull. And as I can say, I'll be pulling for Tsuna banner for now. I don't know if I need to purchase gens. I will do it only if I need. But there are a lot of cool banners coming up. They have been releasing a lot of cool units as well. So if you don't get someone you want, don't care. You're gonna get a replacement later. That's how the game is right now. So Thank you for the friendly stream, of course. And do books, right? Ah, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, I have to do books because there will be a new book. I haven't checked if there is some secrets in the current book. Doug was saying that there's barely anything to do, right, Doug? I still need to do. Right? So, thank you so much, friends. See you soon. And seems like they will release more staff units than anything. You're going to stream 4 AM and 30 in the morning? Let me check again when the game is gonna be up. Oh, yeah. For me, it'll be 5 AM and 30 minutes. No, probably at 7 AM or a little later. 8 AM. No need for it to be too soon, right? Go sleep before you put soon. Thank you all. With a new book and a new event, you'll probably get enough for 6 pulls or 7. Just on day release. I have enough for 6, maybe 7 and a few. 7 plus 6, 13. Yeah, I can pull without having to purchase gens. But I purchased some cheap packs to start collecting gens recently. Watch them going to extended maintenance anyways. Yeah, so it's better for me to start streaming at 7 or 8 AM. You never know, right? Thank you all for being here, friends. How many likes we got this stream? 37 would be amazing to reach 40, guys. The last 3 ones that haven't done yet, could you please click the like button? $38. Ihachi, Shirei, and Enya. All together on the tops. They will buff protags for us again. You can be sure of that. Maintenance ends when you wake up. That was your nickname in college. Another one of our lore-based jokes. So that's it, my friends. See you soon. Thanks for watching. And preview will likely come in the next hour. Or 2 hours from now. Tomorrow. Banner plans. I am dumb as well, always. It's part of me. Early pull avoids an endless curse. That's what you say. You mean reset pulls? I don't usually do that.